Welcome back to Campus Unplugged, the college life. I'm your host, Layla.
And my name is Riley.
And we do have a very special guest today.
Hi, I'm Ben. I work at the Scholarships and Financial Aid Office. I'm a financial aid advisor. Been there for going on 3 years now. Also, I graduated from SPSU in 2009.
Nice.
So it's nice to be back.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
We're going to ask the first question.
So
Getting started.
we're talking about FAFSA today. So what would you say is the difference between like a 4-year and a 2-year student, like transfer-wise?
So students who do start here with SPSU, instead of going to, say, a 2-year school first, they do get more scholarships. Like our merit-based scholarships based on your high school GPA are available to all incoming freshmen, as well as Cardinal Commitment, another grant that's available to incoming freshmen. If you are a transfer student, the only grant that you'd be eligible for institutionally wise would be the SVO, Second Automatic Opportunity Grant.
I guess like a whole reason why we're doing this episode is like, why is like FAFSA so important to like not only just like apply for in general, but like keep applying for?
Well, it's the first step in getting any aid. Aside from our merit-based scholarships, we go based on your high school GPA. If you want the Pell Grant, loans, state aid like the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, Cardinal Commitment, SVOG, any donor-funded scholarships you may apply for, a majority of them, especially need-based ones, you had to have the FAFSA completed. So it's something you have to do every year. It's really easy now. It only takes 15, 20 minutes. Just do it. It opens in October every year.
So it's open now then.
It is. It opened on time this year. Here you are.
So you said you went here years ago.
Don't do it like that.
How would you say like it's different now than it was then?
You can even compare it to 4 years ago. 2004 to 2024 to 25 is when they had the FAFSA redid everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, back when I was here, 2004 to 2009, a lot of it was paper. You're filling out everything. Now, you log in, you create your FSA ID. You can even do that same day now. Before, we were always suggested at least 3 days because Department of Ed and the Social Security Administration had to match you up with your Social Security number. But now they're saying you can do it same day. So it's getting even better. It was a rocky rollout. But now, when you log in, the only information you need to know is your personal information, your address, your age, your parents' information when they fill out their portion, because it's in 2 portions now.
Yeah.
The good thing is once you sign it, the IRS, they work with that and they just pull your information in. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, wow.
The only thing you really need to know now is your cash or savings in your banking account. And then if you have other assets, like a second house assets, which for most people is usually small or none.
Yeah.
It would take 10 to 15 minutes.
Go home and do it right now.
Yeah.
I guess for me and you now is like talking a little bit about our experiences with the FAFSA. What was your experience like?
With FAFSA, if I'm being honest, my dad does mine.
I know.
I will say it is very simple. I remember I did do the FSA ID and I went in there, but I did it with my dad. Mm-hmm. So I know it's a very simple process. It, like you said, it only took me 15 minutes at most. And that was because I got stuck one time.
Yeah.
It's still pretty easy.
And also don't procrastinate, because I procrastinate to do my FAFSA every year. And then I get yelled at by my parents. But I would say it was definitely more difficult my first year when I did it, because that's when it was I was 2023. So
That was a year before.
yeah, that was it was definitely a little bit harder, only because I kept getting logged out and it kept wanting to bug on me, and I'm like, please just let me fill it out. Yeah. But I think last year it was definitely way easier. I just went in, finished everything within 10 minutes, like you said.
Yep.
That's how much it takes, or how long it takes now. Haven't done it yet this year. You need to get on that.
I haven't either.
Okay.
Dad, what are you doing tomorrow?
It's even better this year. It got, because 24, 25, the rollout was rocky.
Yeah.
25, 26, they got a little better. 26, 27 so far has been the best yet. So it's getting better every year. And if anybody has questions or has problems, you can come and see us. You don't have,
I do have one more question. So I'm going to grad school. Does FAFSA roll over to grad school, or is that just for undergrad?
No, you can be a grad and you're not eligible for Pell any longer. It's just going to be mostly loans at that point. But you would jump up to the grad level loans.
That's really good to know.
What's your advice to incoming freshmen, but also to current students when it comes to FAFSA and scholarships?
The sooner you do it, the better, especially for donor-funded scholarships. get out there, apply for those, because they do start looking at those before April. So especially incoming freshmen, you're not really thinking about college maybe while you're still in high school, but get out there, start filling those out. And for the returning students, definitely continue to look, because a lot of the times those donor-funded scholarships aren't renewable. You have to go reapply every year.
Can you talk like a little bit about, I guess, applying for our donor-funded ones?
Yeah, so if you go to our website, financial aid website, or you just Google SVSU donor-funded scholarships, it'll take you right there. You can go there before you do your FAFSA, but once you do your FAFSA, you definitely want to go back and check again, because many of them are need-based. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a profile. You're going to answer all kinds of questions, and it's going to be all over the place, because the donor-funded scholarships can be based on where you live, where you went to high school, what you did in high school, sports, what your major is, volunteering. So they're going to ask you a bunch of questions, because there's over 1,000 scholarships, and they want to match you up. That way you don't have to go through each one individually.
Yeah.
They want to match you up with the ones you can apply for, and then you just apply. Some of them you just have to click apply. Some of them will want you to write an essay or something like that. And then that opened up this week. Yeah, November 1st. It generally opens up every year. The sooner the better. Freshmen are urged to complete the application by February 1st, returning or graduating students by March 15th.
Yeah.
But the sooner the better, because once they start looking at their applications, they may start selecting the students. Yeah. And even if you don't meet 100% of the requirements for one of the scholarships, still apply. Sometimes, these donor-funded scholarships, they have the money and they have to spend it. So if they don't get someone who meets it 100%, they're going to go, okay, he meets a 75%.
Yeah.
And then give it to them.
Well, that's good to know, because I was always like, oh, I don't meet back criteria, so I'll just get that one. And so, I don't apply for all the ones that I think I could get.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
You never know, yeah.
And then going talking about scholarships, so are there more local scholarships, or are there more community overall scholarship?
I mean, we have scholarships that will be for athletes or international students. It is more so for this region, but there are some for transfer students.
Because we have one for wildfire here in Saginaw, right? That's one of our scholarship based.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess my next question, because it falls under me too, because I get Cardinal Commitment. What is Cardinal Commitment entirely, and how does it help with spring and summer classes too?
So if you are a Cardinal Commitment recipient, come in the spring and summer, everything is covered. All your tuition is covered. So, I mean, you'll likely, if you got Pell before, you'll likely still get Pell. If you're a work study, that can still be added. Loans, of course. But, whatever Pell doesn't cover, or any other grant that you may have that is in the spring, summer, which usually isn't very many.
Yeah.
Cardinal Commitment comes in and covers it all. So even if you don't have to be full-time. That's one of the things. During the fall and winter, you have to be full-time. Spring, summer, if you just want to take a class, it'll be covered.
Wow. That's actually really helpful to know, because I take spring summers all the time.
Yeah.
What is requirements to fall under Cardinal Commitment though?
You have to be Pell eligible.
Okay.
And your parents' and contributors' income and your income has to be $75,000 or less, and assets of $50,000 or less.
So I know a little bit about the Red and White Award from working in the admissions office. What are other available scholarships for out-of-state students, or what does the out-of-state tuition look like?
Yeah, so the Red and White, that brings our tuition for out-of-state down to essentially the same.
Yeah.
That's what that is for. Is to get us down so that way out-of-state students and our in-state students are basically paying the same amount.
Yeah.
So is it true that 66% of incoming freshmen get full financial aid?
Yeah, so when they say that 66% of our incoming freshmen do get their tuition paid for, that's through the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, Pell Grant, the Cardinal Commitment, which I mentioned, which is for any students who receive Pell and parents and their income is less than $75,000. If there is a gap between your tuition costs and your grants, SVSU will step in and cover that gap for your tuition.
So we just rolled out the new block tuition this year. So can you go in depth a little bit on what that is?
Yeah, so that means anybody who is taking between 12 and 18 credits is going to pay exactly the same amount. I believe it's $6,840. Yeah, $6,840. So if you're only in 12 credits and you feel like you can take one more class to go to 15 or 16, it's going to cost exactly the same thing.
Okay.
That way you can get done a little bit sooner and also cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of switching off to a different topic, do you want to like touch on like what our hidden versus like additional fees are?
There are no more hidden fees, essentially. We got rid of all those. So if you are up until your sophomore year, once you become a junior, if you were in 3 of our colleges here. So if you're in College of Health and Human Services, College of Business, or College of Science, Engineering, and Technology, there is a $50 course fee, up to 12 credits. So up to $600. So it's up to that 12 credits. So if you were taking 18 credits, it stops at 12.
Okay.
If you're in any of the other colleges, it's just the same flat rate.
So you said about you going out to schools and stuff. How many schools like do you go out to? Like what do you do there? Is it just like helping kids, helping parents?
Yeah. So many schools in the area, especially the Great Lakes Bay region here, it differs a little bit. Like I'm going to Birch Run on Monday, and then I'm going to Frankenmuth the following Wednesday. Birch Run I've been to before. It really varies depending on what the school wants from you. Most of the time, they're just putting together a little informational session for the parents that are maybe having trouble filling out the FAFSA.
Yeah.
So we go there. We're available. Even if they're not coming to Saginaw Valley, still get out there, meet with them, and hopefully convince them to come. But we meet with them. Frankenmuth wants a short 5 to 10 minute presentation. We've been to Saginaw United several times, Owasso, Pinconning, St. Charles.
Oh, so you make some drives so far.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Each of us probably go to 2 or 3 schools, every year. And usually they're held in the afternoon, like 6 to 8, that type of time frame.
And like, do you ever like promote like work study for like the students, or is that more of like a college thing?
We do talk about work study if the students ask about it, especially here when we get people coming into. It's a good opportunity for students who have need and want to work on campus. I wish I had known about it when I was coming here. It would have been a much better experience working here on campus in an office than working at, Home Depot. We have people in the financial aid office. We have 4 students who work with us.
Oh, wow.
And it's, a much better experience for a resume to have that on there. And,
Yeah.
if you have need, you can get that, and it does come as part of a paycheck. You'll see it on your award letter.
Yeah.
But you do it to earn it. We always stress that. It doesn't go, everything else goes right against your costs, your books, your tuition, your housing. This one you actually have to earn, and it's like a paycheck. So what you do with it is up to you.
Because like my front desk job in the admissions office is also a work study, and I wish that like there was more of a way to tell what's a work study and what isn't a work study.
Because I don't think I'm a work study.
You're not. A tour guide is not a work study, but being a front admissions office or admissions person is.
It can vary. You don't have to have need to work on campus. So work study is just another funding source for us to pay students.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to work, like we have people in our office that are work study and are not work study
Okay.
because they don't have need.
Yeah.
So it can be either or, because a lot of the times, for example, a student gets additional scholarships that puts them up to their cost of attendance, which they can't get any more aid at that point. The first thing we're going to take away will be loans, if that's okay with the student. But the first thing we usually take away is work study, because you have to earn that. We want you to have the free money first, and you get we're just going to give you $1,000 for a donor-funded scholarship. We want you to have that. We always want to give the students the free money first.
We like the free.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Especially being a college student.
Yes.
Well, thank you again for joining us. Maybe we'll see you in a future episode. But for this next episode, next time you'll see us, we'll be talking a little bit about the application process, applying, all the requirements you have to do for applying, scholarships, essays, and everything in between. Thank you so much for joining us, and bye.
Bye.